Hello and welcome to AI Day Trader Bots episode 1. In this video I'm going to introduce you to the concept and we're going to do our first set of trades. The plan is to use ChatGPT to build a bot which will automatically recommend tokens to invest in on a daily basis. Right now it's going to be very manual, this process. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to analyze some data using the code interpreter, and I'm going to ask it to output some tokens which I'll then buy on Uniswap, and I'll repeat this process on a daily basis and see what happens. It's going to be a interesting experiment, a learning experience. I don't expect to make any huge gains using this, but it would be nice if we can improve it step by step each day and make small gains when it comes to automation. So the end goal is it's completely automated. Every day it will query the ChatGPT API and find out the day's recommendations, and then all of the trades will happen on chain, and I can just see what happens, monitor it on a daily basis, and not make any updates or tweak things if necessary. But like I said, at first it's going to be very manual. I'm going to show you the process so you can understand what will be happening behind the scenes, and at the beginning of each video I'll give you an update on what the balance is, what trades have been made, and what changes I've made, if any, to the process. So that's the overview. So I'll be using just this test wallet that I've got. I should say that this will be happening on Polygon because day trading on Ethereum mainnet is just not feasible for this experiment. It's going to cost, at the moment anyway, it costs I guess $4 to $6 worth of gas for every trade, and even if we're making as few as 5 or 6 trades, that's a huge portion of the wallet gone. I'm only using a small amount here. As you can see, it's 114 US dollars worth of Matic in this wallet. If this was on mainnet, then we'd very quickly get rid of that just in gas fees. So right now, because it's small amounts and because we're trading on a daily basis, we're going to keep it on Polygon. Unfortunately, that limits the scope as to what we can buy. But I think that as we progress, we can experiment with other networks, possibly Binance, depending on where the tokens are. And if necessary, if this is a success, we can always move to mainnet in the future, or to Ethereum mainnet. So I should say that this is the data I'm using. So as I said, I'm going to input some data into ChatGPT, and it's actually surprisingly difficult to find data on the Polygon ERC20 token market, because things like, for example, CoinMarketCap, you might expect to be able to find this kind of data on CoinMarketCap, but I think when you filter by platform and Polygon, it calls it the Polygon ecosystem, which I think means just any project that has some kind of arm or association with Polygon, rather than the token itself having been deployed on Polygon, which makes sense because most projects will deploy the token on mainnet because that's where the market is. You don't want to be trying to raise money or trying to boost your token on a network that is not got the large proportion of your customers on it. So even though these projects are officially in the Polygon ecosystem, most of these tokens are actually deployed on mainnet, which is no good for us because we can't buy things cross-chain. So what I've done is I've used this token tracker on Polygon Scan, which has the majority of the most traded, I should say, the ones with the largest circulating market cap on the Polygon network. And what I've done is I just converted this page into a CSV file. Again, did this manually at first, but this will be a very simple process to automate in the future. I took the first 200 tokens ranked by circulating market cap. So it's just a snapshot of the Polygon token ecosystem. But as we move on, I suspect we'll want to expand this, maybe look at other indicators. We've only got price, the percentage change, volume, market cap, and holders for this data, but in the future we can add sentiment analysis, we can add more historic data, so the AI has more context with which to make its decision. But let's get started. I don't want to let this drag on too long. So I'm using ChatGPT, GPT-4, and I'm using advanced data analysis, which used to be called code interpreter. And like I said, I've uploaded the Polygon market data sheet1.csv, which just contains this data. There's nothing else in there for now. And I'll show you my prompt. So I am going to experiment with this a little bit, but I'll show you what I've got so far. It is a quite a short prompt, but it's I'll try to cover as much as possible, and we'll tweak it as we go along. You're an expert crypto market analyst. Your objective is to pick a number of coins to invest in with the goal of maximizing your gains over a 24-hour period while keeping a balanced risk profile so that we can keep this up over a long period of time. Obviously, I don't want it to invest everything into very risky tokens. Obviously, this is not financial advice, and tokens are inherently risky. The crypto market is not does not have a low risk profile, but we can certainly try and mitigate that a little bit by balancing the portfolio and not making too many risky bets. Use the attached market data file to influence your analysis, and take the following into account: trading volume, price momentum, volatility, order book depth, market sentiment, technical analysis, token correlations, risk management. Not all of this is available with that data. As I said, it's pretty simple, but over the coming weeks, hopefully we'll add some of this in, so you'll have a more complete view of the market. And then I just said, talk through your process, providing graphs where appropriate. At the end, I want you to tell me which coins to invest in, alongside the percentage of the portfolio to invest in each. This part I can see being refined a little bit more as well, because what I really want to happen is ChatGPT to give me a bit of code or some kind of formatted text, which I can then plug into a smart contract and do these trades automatically, so that I don't have to manually buy them on Uniswap every time. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll send this off to ChatGPT and we'll see what it says. I might speed up this part of the video, and just so you don't have to watch its thinking process. Okay, that's it. We have our recommendations. Let me go back quickly and just tell you roughly what happened. So it asks for some clarification about the data based on the whether it was the last 24 hours, which it was, and then it highlights all of the points that I made about the things to consider. So we've got step by step. It first cleaned the data, and then it's looked at trading volume. It showed the top 10 tokens by trading volume. We've got USDT, which is a stable coin, wrapped ether, which you'd expect. It's mostly stable coins at the top, which is totally understandable. And then price momentum, it did the same thing, top 10 coins by positive price momentum in the last 24 hours. That one will have a little bit more volatility, and hopefully we'll have some gains from that. And then volatility, use the absolute value of the 24-hour price change as a measure. High volatility can mean higher risk, but also higher potential returns. So this is the top 10 most volatile tokens. And then it skipped order book depth because we don't have that data yet. Market sentiments, we can use the circulating market cap and the number of holders as proxies for market sentiments. So we've got the top 10 by those metrics. It didn't do any technical analysis. Token correlations, it kind of tried to do, but that didn't go particularly well. For risk management, it's crucial to consider both the potential returns and the associated volatility. A balanced portfolio would aim to maximize returns while minimizing volatility. And then it went into the recommendation. So this is what we've got. BTU protocol, decentralized banking. The portfolio allocation, is 25%. It's recommended getting a stable coin, 22%, wrapped ether, 21%, Binance USD stablecoin, 18%, and mainframe token, 12.3%. So that's it. That's our first portfolio done. What I'll do is I'll calculate manually what those allocations will be. I'll buy them on Uniswap, and then repeat this process tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and you'll get so you don't miss episode 2, and let me know in the comments if there's any ways or techniques you think we can use to improve this process. I'll put the log for the chat in the description as well, so you can follow along, and see you tomorrow.